Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitaBugHandmades.com, and thank you so much for joining me for another Stampin' Up! Saturday tutorial. Today's project features the Grateful Bunch stamp set, and as usual, my inspiration for my Stampin' Up! Saturday tutorial comes from our current annual catalog by Stampin' Up! So if you look at page 143 of your catalog, I came across this card, and I really loved the card. The only problem was I didn't have the stamp set. So I went through my stamps and I remembered I had the Grateful Bunch stamp set, so I decided to substitute this set to help me create my own version of this card. So let me show you what my creation looks like. So here's my version of that card, and I really love how it turned out. The only thing that I would have to say, I love the colors. I used Melon Mambo and Wild Wasabi, so I love the colors. I love the Bermuda Bay stitched ribbon. The only thing I didn't like about the card was there was too much white space here. So I did adjust the measurements for this piece, so I'm interested to see if I like it better with the new measurements. But let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how to make this cute card. So I'm bringing in a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is cut at 2.5 by 4 1/4, and I'm going to stamp the stem first using my Wild Wasabi ink. This is actually the stem and the leaves. And when I use this stamp, I always turn my paper sideways just because it's easier for me to hold this longer block when I stamp. So that's why I have it turned this way. So I'm just going to stamp that right about here. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to set this piece to the side, and I'm going to bring in my card base. I'm leaving my ink out. I'm bringing in my card base. This is Wild Wasabi cardstock, and this is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and I've actually, you can't see it, but I've scored at 4 1/4. So I'm going to bring that in along with some scratch paper. We are going to make our own background here. So let me just get myself situated. So I'm using the cluster of 3 flowers from that stamp set, and this stamp is actually great for a background because you've got the 3 images all together. So I'm just going to randomly stamp these flowers all over my background here, and I'll rotate them around as I go. This is one of my favorite things about stamping. I really love making my own backgrounds. So much fun. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Let me peel this up to make sure. Okay, yep, I like it. Okay, so I forgot to mention to you guys that I had these sticky notes on here so that I could protect this side of my card base from getting any ink on it. Forgot to tell you that. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in a scratch piece of Whisper White and my Melon Mambo ink, and I'm going to stamp the large, what I call sunflower, I think it's a sunflower, on this scratch piece. I think I have just enough room. Yep, that worked out. And then I've got another piece of Whisper White. This is 1 inch by 2 inches. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment, "You are loved a lot," right on this piece. Right there. Perfect. And I'm just going to bring in my scissors now, and I'm going to cut this flower out. And I'm just going to leave a pretty small white border around the petals. Alrighty, so I've got that all cut out, and now we can start assembling the card. So I'm going to bring back my card base, and I'm going to go ahead and add my Whisper White layer right about here, I think. Let me just make sure. I want this to kind of sit right here. Yeah, right about there. And I'll just use Fast Fuse to do that. Okay, that looks good. Then I'll just add my flower, also with a little bit of Fast Fuse, and I just want to cover up those leaves. Yep, right there. Looks good. I'm going to put a little Fast Fuse on the back of my sentiment, and I have got 6 inches of our Bermuda Bay stitched ribbon, and I'm just going to loop this ribbon over. Let me fix these ends a little bit. Okay. I'm just going to loop this ribbon over like this and stick that on the back here in my adhesive. Right about there should be good. And then you've got this cute little embellishment behind your greeting, and then I'm just going to add a few dimensionals to the back of that. 1, 2, and 3. And we will just add that right about here on the card. Should be good. Yep, looks good. And then I'll just kind of fluff up the leaves here of my flower. Sort of give them a little bit of texture and dimension. See if I can get this one. Okay, I think that looks really good. Okay, so let me bring in my original. And, yeah, I think I like this one better. Yeah, I like the smaller amount of white space showing. I think I like this one better, I think. Now I can't really tell. Let me see. I don't know. I do like the length of that, but I just don't like all that white space. I don't know. I think the card turned out really cute. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. I had a great time creating this project with you. If you'd like to purchase any of the Stampin' Up! Supplies that you saw me use today, just head on over to today's coordinating blog post. I have the link just below this video in the description notes. I have a full list of all the supplies I used today, as well as the measurements for today's project. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again real soon. Bye now.